Before SKT could claim the world's 2016 title, they needed to beat Samsung Galaxy in a best-of-5. After relinquishing a 2-0 lead, they were on the verge of being reverse swept. In Game 5, the gold lead hovered around 2,000 for 30 minutes, but Samsung Galaxy was unable to extend their lead any further. At the 35-minute mark, Samsung Galaxy was ahead by 500 gold earned, and both teams were approaching the 60,000 gold threshold, where players on both teams will be finishing their core builds. A closer look at the core builds will show which team was stronger because of the value of their items. In the top lane, both Poppy and Trundle had finished 3 items. Poppy finished a Dead Man's Plate worth 2,900 gold, a Sunfire Cape worth 2,900 gold, and a Spirit Visage worth 2,800 gold. Combined, the total gold value is 8,600 gold. Trundle built a Ravenous Hydra worth 3,500 gold, an Iceborne Gauntlet worth 2,700 gold, and a Spirit Visage worth 2,800 gold. All combined, Trundle's items are worth 9,000 gold. This gives SK Telecom a 400 gold lead in the top lane. One of the ways to make the calculation of total cost in-game easier is to remove items with the same cost. This is similar to canceling out pieces of an equation in algebra. Instead of adding together each item's total cost, you can focus on items with different costs. In this example, Olaf has a Spirit Visage, which costs 2,800 gold. Lee Sin has a Banshee's Veil, worth 2,450 gold. Both of the jungle items and Dead Man's Plates cancel each other out. This simplifies the equation for the jungle to 2,800 minus 2,450, giving us 350 gold difference. Another way to make the calculation easier is to focus on the first 2 digits of the item cost. You can ignore the decimal places if you don't mind a less accurate calculation. You can also round these numbers up or down. If you're more comfortable breaking down the equations into smaller portions, you can subtract the item costs directly. Victor's Perfect Hex Core costs 3,000 gold, and his Lichbane costs 3,200 gold. Cassiopeia has a Morellonomicon worth 2,900 gold, and an Abyssal Scepter worth 2,750 gold, which we will round up to 2,800. After we simplify the numbers and subtract the cost, we can add the differences together and reach 5, giving SKT a 500 gold lead in the mid lane. The most difficult lane to calculate is often bot lane because there are more champions and more items to consider. Once you remove all of the similar items from the core builds in Game 5 of the finals between SKT and Samsung Galaxy, we are left with Jin and Tahm Kench with one more finished item and an advantage of about 1,700 gold. Through 35 minutes, Samsung Galaxy was able to earn 500 more gold than SKT, but completed even closer to 1,000 gold more in finished items. In order for SKT to make up this gold deficit, they will need to have more gold-efficient items with better passives, or outplay Samsung Galaxy in-game. Let's take a closer look at Game 5 around 35 minutes. If you watched the previous videos, you will notice the similarities to the TSM vs RNG game from day 1 of Worlds. TSM had a Jhin, was pushing mid at a similar point in the game, and had a similar advantage in total gold spent on finished items. However, TSM was unable to outplay their opponents. At this point in the game, Olaf had recently used his ult and Ghost. Cassiopeia is also missing a decent amount of health, making her positioning during this siege even more important. As Jhin uses his ultimate to poke down the enemy team, Bengi is running through the red side jungle to flank Samsung Galaxy. He lands a Q on Olaf and sacrifices his life to kill Olaf, whose ultimate was still barely on cooldown. This eliminates the gold lead Samsung Galaxy had in the jungle, and erases about 1/3 of their total lead. SKT chases their enemies down mid lane and postures towards Baron, forcing their enemy to stay close in order to make sure they don't sneak Baron for free. After leaving the bush, Ruler moves forward too aggressively, and is almost one-shot by Victor. Tahm Kench saves him, but dies shortly after. This gives SKT the Baron for free, and a large enough lead to snowball their advantage into a Game 5 victory and the 2016 World Championship.